Let's bring in Gerber Kawasaki investment advisor, Eva Agi. Eva, thanks for coming on. I'm surprised you like Roblox. It sounds so much, but I guess this is the metaverse player and one of the first ones.
Look, the metaverse has been a huge hype word within 2021, and I think it's going to continue in 2022 as we enmesh our digital and real lives. Roblox is a really interesting pick for us. As it's down, I think it's a really great opportunity to get in at a lower valuation. We don't want to get in at the height. What Roblox does is allow children, teens alike, and allow them an opportunity to build and integrate their digital and real lives. And this allows for recurring revenue streams for the company itself. So I think it's a great pick there.
What other names do you like?
We really like a company called Polestar. Polestar also goes by the ticker symbol GGPI, just came to market with Gorse Guggenheim. They're a private equity firm in Los Angeles. What they do, and this is a pure EV play, is provide electric vehicles, but to scale. So we've seen names like Rivian, names like Lucid stoke demand in the past year to an unprecedented degree, but haven't really supplied that demand that we're seeking. Polestar delivered 29,000 vehicles in 2021. They aim to deliver 100,000 in 2022 as well. And they are produced by Volvo and Geely Holdings, so they can benefit from economies of scale.
It's interesting that you brought up the disappointment that Rivian has been when it comes to what they promise, what they deliver. Because if you look at that stock and about 220 other big companies with these huge valuations, they're down sharply, most of them in bear market territory, some of them cut in half from their recent highs. Does that worry you at all, or is that an opportunity for you to get some good stocks cheap?
Well, again, I think it's really important, especially in the EV space, to pick out the ones that are able to scale. In this kind of economy, not everyone's going to be able to. So that's why we like companies like Polestar. We like companies like Tesla as well that have the economies of scale to be able to reach a broader audience. We don't want an electric vehicle company that can produce 3 or 4 or 20 cars or even 20,000. We want ones that have the aim of producing hundreds of thousands of vehicles.
Let's pivot to the banks. So if you look at the sectors this year, I know it's still early, but what are your thoughts on this sector that's been hot so far this year?
Well, financials tend to do really well when interest rates go up, which is really promising as we're in an environment where that's going to happen. Something to note, though, is that companies, especially banks, need to keep up with expenses increasing. So we know we have supply chain concerns, wages are going up, labor costs are going up, materials, transportation, all of that plays into what a bank has to pay, and that shrinks their profit margin. When we look at banks, we want ones that can thrive in a profit margin expansion. Wells Fargo posted good earnings in terms of their profits. We really like other areas of the sector, like Silicon Valley Bank, which dabbles in private equity, bringing tech companies to market and IPO as well. And companies need to be able to provide cash. Hard cash. That's going to expand their profit margins as well. A name like Silicon Valley, they're planning on bringing in about $5 billion in funding over the next 5 years.
Okay. And then we're talking about the banks. We have to talk about interest rates. They're going up. How much, we don't know. I'd say baked in the cake is you get your first rate hike in March. But we had the PBOC in China today cut rates. And I thought that was pretty unexpected. I know they have to drum up their economy. Their full-year growth for last year came in at 8.1%. It's a lot, but it was less than expected. The numbers for this year are not looking as good. They have that zero-tolerance COVID policy. They're home of the supply chains, which creates inflation right here in the U.S. and, of course, in the rest of the world. How many rate hikes do you see this year, quickly?
I see about 3 to 4 coming in. Rates need to go up to manage our inflation at the moment.
All right. Eva Agi, thank you so much for the time. We got through a lot with you. We appreciate it.